This episode features a lot of brewing and cooking. One of our YouTube competitors intends to enter the cryptocurrency market. How about that one? You may be familiar with the Rumble platform. We will look at the XRP chart from yesterday and provide you with an update. We're going to compare it to our current position. We'll also be using Bitcoin for Chainlink activity. After that, we will look into this rumor. It's all hearsay right now. Until Bitstamp or Robinhood explain what is happening with derivatives. Will they actually join the XRP ledger? If this is the case, it's game, set, match. Good night, everybody. We will prevail. Would you like to see XRP take over that top spot? We do things this way. Now let's get to the point. $97,212 for Bitcoin. That fell by 0.93%. Ethereum has a price of $3,385. Right now it is down 2.32%. Both the USDT and the USDC are approaching their dollar pegs. The primary lean for XRP is $2.27. It is 1.87% in the red, indicating a slight downward trend. The total market value of cryptocurrency is $3,354 million. Before we get that correction, everything is set up for the big fireworks show in Q1. March and April, right around tax season before the massive blow-off peak that will hit cryptocurrency later in 2025. There have been no changes. You'll be the first to know if something changes. Make sure to activate the notification bell. Despite its price decline, Bitcoin's bull cycle is far from over. This is the reason. This article comes from thecryptominute.com, as stated here. Bitcoin's price fell by an estimated 70% after reaching a new all-time high of $108,268. This resulted in the asset's price falling to a local low of $92,281. I just made a statement. Throughout the bull run and cycle, I predicted that Bitcoin would never fall below $90,000. So far, I've been correct, and I continue to believe that. As a result, the U.S. Federal Reserve's most recent FOMC meeting saw a decrease in its policy statement, which adopted another 25 basis point rate. Has been blamed for the significant price drop. Interest rate cuts are positive for the cryptocurrency market, but the Fed has stated that it intends to reduce its original projection of 4 rate cuts in 2025 from 4 to 2, causing investors to dump riskier assets in large quantities. As expected, the sharp drop in the price of Bitcoin raised concerns about the asset's future, especially given the current cryptocurrency boom. There you have it. The chart is visible. The small downward motions are visible. According to this article, Bitcoin has been increasing since October. Thus, I will continue to emphasize the importance of zooming out. During this period, the primary cryptocurrency rose from 60,200 to more than 108,000. It represents a price increase of more than $40,000. It claims that the separation between Bitcoin's SMA 200 and SMA 365 demonstrates that the asset's bullish structure is still intact. Many people prefer to view the 15-minute or even 24-hour chart, but you should zoom out and view it over a 3 or 6 month period. If you did that and went back to October, you'd notice that many of these assets are still on a bullish streak, despite price drops in Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency industry as a whole. This is typical behavior during a cryptocurrency cycle or bull run. We won't just keep running up. Corrections will be made. We can resume our climb to the top once those adjustments are completed and we have found a new foundation. Only at blow-off tops can you see these markets continue to rise and rise. When a blow-off peak occurs, the price begins to fall and does not resume its previous upward trend. As soon as money starts to flow out, either through profit-taking or people switching to assets that haven't yet run, the market will begin to retrace. Keep in mind that Bitcoin now controls the market, so it's not over until it has fun. There is something here that you should take notice of and concentrate on. Following that, we discuss this. Tether invested $775 million in Rumble, a video sharing platform. Rumble shares have increased by more than 41%. It claims that stablecoin behemoth Tether is in talks to make a $775 million strategic investment in Rumble. According to a press release issued on Friday, Rumble intends to use $250 million of those funds to support operations and the remainder to fund a tender offer for up to 70 million shares of its ordinary stock at $7.50. Tether is buying its shares for the same $7.50 per share. As we prepare for our next stage of expansion, Rumble's CEO says, and I quote, "I am confident that Tether is the ideal partner to put a rocket pack on top of Rumble." According to Apollo, CEO of Tether, platforms like Rumble have the potential to provide a dependable, unfiltered alternative as a result of the growing erosion of trust caused by legacy media. This is intriguing. If I had to guess, the following Rumble stages will be extremely large, especially if YouTube does nothing about cryptocurrency rewards or payouts. We do not have to go that far, but cryptocurrency donations will be an option. The fact that Rumble uses Tether implies that there is a cryptocurrency strategy in place, such as a tipping system or a platform for USDT monetization, that will attract Tether to the platform. What does this accomplish? It will start a fire underneath the YouTube bot. We will have to wait and see how YouTube reacts. YouTube might not be compatible with Tether. Perhaps YouTube will begin to accept payments in a stable currency and use RLUSD as its backing. Or they start accepting cryptocurrencies as payment for memberships or tips. Please take note of this, because YouTube isn't going to sit back and watch Rumble take off. This is pretty big news right now. This brings to mind the previous MoneyGram Western Union incident. MoneyGram set Western Union's bot on fire when they announced their partnership with Ripple. Sorry, but that was back in the day. What actions did Western Union take several years later? They declared their intention to invest in digital assets. We now know that MoneyGram and Stellar are collaborating. They are using USDC and the Stellus network to onboard and offboard individuals. MoneyGram recognized that they needed to shake things up to get past Western Union, so they made the first move. How are they going to change the situation? Reduce your back-end operating expenses. This is exactly what digital assets do. They speed up the process and save customers money. For the duration of this video, we will leave out the charts. I want to make sure we get this covered, but we'll go over it in the second video of the day. I'd never heard of CSUN research before. They were given a gold checkmark. What does that really mean? Sorry, but it's pay to play. If you have sufficient funds, you can obtain a gold checkmark. However, since Andrew Devise published this, they have begun to understand the trade. According to him, the top 30 commercial banks in the world are preparing to launch cryptocurrency services through Bitstamp and a collaboration with Ripple. Similar to my work with eToro, I believe Ripple provides FX market coverage for on and off ramps and settlements. Given the scale and reach of the world's top 30 central banks, which will use Bitstamp to provide cryptocurrency trading services to their customers, this is far larger than I had expected. Trading and exchanging digital assets is a sophisticated institutional adoption. Because XRP is partially owned and serves as a settlement layer for FX liquidity requirements, it is expected to attract a large number of new institutional traders and investors. Remember that if you use the XRP ledger, it will use XRP. It uses XRP if LUSD is used on the XRP ledger. The greater the utility,